Welcome to the Mischief. I'm Valen, and this is Seablock Rustic Waters. And today we are going to be covering how you, or well, me more specifically, can open up yet another HEC Key dome and get some more progress. Today we're going to also be starting a little bit on our Seamoth Submarine. Okay, so I have some ideas of where to go from here, and I might get distracted, as I usually tend to do. I know somebody has visited my base since the last episode, and they left me a message. Sign for symmetry. Sniffles is watching. Sniffles likes you. Sniffles is here. Shy. What? What? Is what? So, for those that don't know, we also play... You probably already do know. We also play... That's really weird. That's a broken texture right there. We also play Dungeons and Dragons quite often on the weekends, and I upload those videos to the channel as well. And recently, Shy has obtained a pet rat by the name of Sniffles in that campaign. This makes me wonder if one of these now is Sniffles. I guess we'll find out at some point. Sniffles is here, hiding somewhere, for all I know. Anyway, let's get back on board here. I'm going to put these wooden sides away, just so I don't feel so weirded out about it. I'm going to put them back in... I got a wood chest out here. That's right. And there we go. Cool. So, let's look at the quests, because I didn't have too much more to go on some of this stuff in order to get the key. I need 30 steel scaffolding. So when last I left off, I was making these here. A crude blast furnace, which is just a 3x3x3 block. And then you just whack it with a tinker's hammer, which I don't even think I have that on me right now. Is that in here? Open that up. It's one of these, the engineer's hammer. There you go, from Immersive Engineering. And you just right-click on the face of this once you've made your cube. And then, boom, you've got a crude blast furnace. Then you put some kind of charcoal or coal coke inside. In this case, I've got a bunch of this. I've got a bunch of blocks of steel and stuff. I've been smelting up a whole lot, actually. I've got blocks of coal coke that have been smelting. Of course, you just put coal in here, and it eventually turns into coal coke. And also gives you an output of this stuff. Creosote oil, which I have 195 buckets worth. And yes, I have it hooked up with the Caminite lever and the fluid pipe. And this has actually been fabulous, absolutely fabulous for storing that. I just wasn't expecting that weird texture thing to be up there. Usually it's supposed to be in the tank, not on top of it, but I guess that's because I put that slab in there. I still have my little alloy smelters over here, which is fine. Nothing going on. I did end up losing some ground. You notice that the ground now is all prismarine instead of having some cobblestone in here. I also lost a couple of my hopping bonsai pots to a creeper that snuck in from the back room there and blew up. Before I could even... I turned around, it was there blowing up already. I didn't have a moment's notice. Yeah. So that's the only one I have left now. So it's if this one gets destroyed, I'm going to have to come up with some other way of obtaining tree farm stuff. Right, Chili Willy? Yes, definitely. But for now, we should be all right. Let's put this stuff in here, and I've got lots of steel. Lots of steel. Let me grab my coal coke. I think I've got that in there too. Cool. So if you look, I've been doing some organizing and such of these so that as I obtain more things like gears or nuggets or whatnot, I can start putting these in here in plates. I was thinking about putting like blocks as well, but I'm like, you know what? I might as well just store them as ingots. If I need to, I can condense them and just put them in as blocks or something. But for now, this should do pretty good. I've got a lot of steel. At least I feel I've got a pretty decent amount. I'm still going to be putting some more in here. In fact, let's grab this and see if I can make a little bit of more blocks of these. Just drop that in there, balance it. Cool. And then I can just toss these in the machine. I don't have blocks of anything in here. Do I still have? I think I might have thrown out the excess stuff. No, I've still got a couple blocks of regular charcoal, which actually... I might as well use that instead of waiting for the coal coke and just store up the coal coke, because it was really easy to make. You just basically say, all right, I'll take a stack of these and I just give them to Mr. Sniffles. Oh, he's been named. That is Sniffles now. Okay. Hello, Sniffles. How you doing? Glad to have you around. And then they make me charcoal, and then I can use that for fuel in there. Very easy, and get more steel. So what I'm going to be trying to do here, eventually, if I could ever get there, is make steel scaffolding, as well as I was thinking I'd make some storage crates for when I go places. I can actually keep them with me and use them as like a placeable backpack. But I was going to make the reinforced ones so they don't get blown up by things like that. By creepers. Oh, that was really, really rude. Really rude. So if I want scaffolding. Oh, that reminds me. Yo-yos are in here. I didn't even realize this. Yo-yos are in here. And not only can I make them, which, yeah, I don't have anything set up in here. I could make them and use some of my diamonds for that. But also, if you look in the guild trades, there's a diamond yo-yo right there for $20. You can get a diamond yo-yo, and that's I can't beat that. That's really good. So I'm going to take a 20 gil note, which I've got a decent amount of cash as it is, and I'm going to just kind of spend that, get myself a diamond yo-yo. I now have a really, really good weapon. It does 13 attack damage, and it basically goes out for a good distance for a good amount of time. Wherever this is, it will basically kill things. I could just right click and bring it back. It's just like it's basically inspired from Terraria, if you want some kind of notice, and you can scoot it around on here. If you want to make it a sticky one, you can do that, but then it sticks where it lands. But it also will pick up items, so it's kind of a trade-off there. But this will be a really good offensive weapon at this point, much better than a regular old sword. But it does have a range limitation of about what is this, like 5-6 block? No, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so probably about like 8 blocks, 9 blocks, something like that. It'll even say on here, won't it? 9 blocks. There you go. Duration for 20 seconds. Yep. And you can probably upgrade this further. Yeah, you can make it sticky. Wait, what? Yo-ho? Does it ho things as it goes? It reduces the attack damage considerably, but that sounds amazing. And yeah, you can enchant it for even more damage on there. Oh man, just making it absolutely ridiculous. Which I can make an enchanting table too if I really wanted to, but that was just really good in general. So let's continue on with trying to get this thing, this section opened up and get my steel scaffolding, which is going to take a whole lot of steel rods and melted solder. And that gets me 2, and I need how many of these? Was it 30? So I need 15 crafts of steel scaffold. 15 times 9? Oh gosh, I don't remember off the top of my head. Hold on. That's 135. That's a lot. That's like 2.5, 2.25 stacks maybe? Oof. Yeah, to make that, and then each one, wait, does each one require a whole bucket of solder? No, it's a quarter of a bucket of solder, but I can buy more solder, thankfully, instead of having to make that stuff, because that's just kind of tedious to make and it's easier for me to buy. Though some other people might have a difference of opinion on that. It's just the whole, like, getting it into a bucket thing. And this just gets me more buckets, and then eventually I can just use those to, maybe I can then make a whole bunch at once. It shouldn't be too bad. I just don't think so. Let's see, solder doesn't really have an easy to find recipe in here. Let me look up the bucket. That's what it was. Engineer's Workshop, solder wire, which is a bunch of solder blend, which is tin and lead, and yeah, I could make a whole crap ton of it, or I could just buy a bunch of it, which I think I have in the past. Let's see. Yep, there it is. $5 each. So if I'm going to need about 15 buckets of those, that's not that bad. I can spend the money on that. That's cool. All right, so I'm going to buy myself a bunch of solder, and I will be back once I'm squared away. All right, so I've got a lot of solder. Yes. Yes, I do. And in fact, I also have a little bit of purified water in here. I made a whole bunch of the steel rods. I already had made up a bunch of plates in anticipation of this, but I gave another stack to Mr. Sniffles over here, and that should be good. But as you guys have reminded me countless times, yes, I can just shift, right-click with an empty hand, right? And there we go. Or actually, no, it was just shift left-click while holding over this. And the purified water is now gone, so I don't need to hold it in some kind of silly pipette. Yeah, well, Sorry. I wasn't thinking straight on that one. So now I just need to dump all this into one spot. So I'll be back once I've got this all squared away again. All right, there we go. 15 buckets worth of solder plus 15. So that's a lot more solder than I think I needed. I bought way too much. Oh well, I've got a whole bunch of steel scaffolding. That should get me 30. Yeah, I've got a whole lot left over. Well, that's actually good, as long as I don't click that and eliminate it by accident. But I did get the key, right? Let's go back here. Go back up to this section here and da-da-da-da, big progress. Build the fermenter, set up your corn crops, and start pumping the power. Oh yeah, we're going to claim that. You are crafting additional scaffolding that will be used further along. Yes, this is true. It's not just for climbing and looks, but it can be used for that if you so desire. So let's see. I expanded this way. I can expand. I'm not going to expand that way. That's just not going to happen. I could expand this way, or I could expand this way. And honestly, this way looks pretty dead. So I'm thinking this is the direction we're going to go. So let's grab this and... there we go. A whole new section. We've got this. Excellent. It is now, the base is 50% expanded. So I'm pretty happy about this because you can expand that way and this way. But like I said, I don't know that I really want to do that. Maybe I'll move this, expand it, and make like a small doorway at some point. Or not. It's tough to say. But I'm thinking that I'll probably going to move this. Shouldn't be too bad to move. I do need some tools to actually do so, though. Let me grab, there we go, an axe and my pick, which, yes, this is actually a pick. Even though it is a hammer, it is also a pick. And I can just move this as well. Don't you start dropping stuff. No, thank you. Boop. There we go. And I can move this as well. Excellent. Where to put these? I think I'm just going to put them over here. This is a double chest. Maybe I can't put it over there without expanding that. This is a trash void, so I could move this. That was an interesting texture for it to break. Put that here, and then I can put the double chest over there. Yeah, that'll work. And then we can just have the little sapling, bonsai sapling here, and that should do nicely. With the coral reef, yes, people are saying that it is a reduced amount of growth, but it gets fixed in an update, so don't worry so much about it. Grab an apple sapling because I found out that the apples are very important because as long as I can keep my saturation up and I don't have to actually eat anything, just keep on refilling my saturation, my nutrition stays maxed and I don't need to worry about it. But just in case, I do have some hot dogs with me, just in case. So let me just kind of deposit all this stuff here. I've got so many logs at this point. Boy, they are just running around that I don't even know what to do with myself at some certain points. Put this down for a chair, but also it's for if I need to drop something down here, like a bucket of liquid, and then convert it into something else. So it kind of dual purpose. You two are pretty cute. This is nice. I'm going to have to expand into here and put a whole bunch of Embers machines in. Oh, man. Kind of excited about that. Do I have any in here now? I do. I've got a bunch of these. Let's take all this Embers stuff out of here. And heck, I'll even take that and this. The hammer. I could probably just make another regular chest. I've got a steel reinforced bow in here, by the way, which is pretty darn good. I didn't have to waste any diamonds to make a diamond one, which is just maybe barely better than it. Maybe? I don't know. But I also realized that I'm probably going to use my soundproofing block at some point, especially for a bunch of December stuff. We shall see, though. I'm just going to double check to make sure I don't have anything else in my old Embers chest. I do not. So, in fact, I'm going to take that. Why do I hear a zombie? No. No. You should not be here. Go away. What the heck? So I have no idea where that zombie just came from, because I swear I did a check. Here, I just hit F7. There's a torch up there. Did he spawn on top of the tree? Oh, crud. Over there. What the heck? All right, well. What the heck, man? What's going on? I thought I had this all lit up. Shoot. That was lucky that it was just a zombie and not something much more sinister again. But at least I had my diamond yo-yo to take him out really quick. Man, that's just rude. It's so easy for these guys to just pop up out of nowhere. And you guys were also right. I think the fish that I was getting were coming up in my little, like, kind of an auto fisher right here. They're getting pushed up in here, then they die, and that's where I'm finding the little fish corpses just sitting there. Pretty funny. All right, let me see about putting down a chest in this room. And then we can put a bunch of, a bunch of ember stuff in here, because we're going to be needing those. I thought that it would be a standard ember setup, but I'm pretty sure I'm wrong on that at this point. I think the embers is being used to make some crazy multi-block thing. So that's kind of unique. I think there was some progress I could make real quickly on the side here that I've been overlooking. I've just been like focusing on one thing and then just like driving down on it. And I realize now that there are things that I can progress on. Oh, 128 coal coke. I could do that. That should complete. Yes. I get 100 gil. Oh man. See? Look at that. And 128 steel ingots. Yeah, I could do that too. I didn't even realize that I had these things completed. I was just like, I know I'm going to need them. So why not, right? And another 100. Man, I'm getting all the money. I'm going to have to go find myself some traders soon. Ember ore factory. We're going to need 96 modularium. Oof. All right, well, I'm not that rich. I've got one of those. I suppose I could probably make more in the future, but at the moment, I think I'm all right. Wow, $200, just like that. 200 smackers. All right, let's actually grab some of this stuff. Grab a bunch of these and put those in here as well. But converting these coins into like cash money is a pain in the patoot, I tell you what. But it's all right. I think I can live with that. So we're going to actually kind of drive down a little bit on some of the other things that I might be able to make. Let's see. Shipping and handling. Oh, this one here. I think it's just 8 leather, which I think I could just make from rat pelts. So that shouldn't be a problem. I've got a lot of rat pelts. So let's make some leather. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. Clear that out. Put the rest of them away. And then I get an inventory crafting table. Yes, this should be pretty good. Nom nom nom. I eat that, and then I can click over here and I can craft in my own inventory now. I don't need to run around looking for crafting tables in the ground. No matter where I go, I now can find myself. All right, mob drops. Let's put the leather back in here. Heck, I even had 8 already. Jeez, oh Pete's. Let's go back, and satchels. Satchels, I think, are a little bit more challenging to make, if I'm not mistaken. The Satchel Strongboxes, tanks, and other containers from Thermal Foundation can have their capacity increased using the holding a Strongboxes. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Oh. But this requires, flame string, which you have to get from mobs in the nether. And I have no idea where the nearest nether portal is. I might have to make my own. Because checking the seed map, I wasn't finding anything very, very close by. But, you know, that's always speculative. Though, strongboxes. What is it for a strongbox? Because those keep their container as their stuff as well. Ooh, and they're blast resistant, right? Storage items can be secured empty. I'm pretty sure that these are... and then can I upgrade those? What is the upgrade kit? Recipe. An Invar one shouldn't be too bad. Oh, requires a blank scanner module. Ooh, to upgrade that. That'll give me 2 rows. Invar ingot. That would just... Oh, a bunch of other stuff. Okay, so maybe I just go with my idea before of a reinforced storage crate. Because a regular wooden storage crate, which keeps its inventory, is just a bunch of treated wood planks, which I've got a bunch of those. Reinforced storage crate is one of those surrounded by 4 more treated wood, iron rods and iron plates, which is actually pretty easy to take care of. In fact, I'll grab another stack of these, give them to Mr. Sniffles to take care of for me. Thank you for the steel plate. Turn those into plates for me too. Okay, and I will put that away. But I think I'm going to make a couple of those. because that would be pretty useful. I'm nowhere near making those at the moment. And I don't see any quests in there that would actually allow that. But when I'm ready to travel out, I think I'll do that. But as I don't need it at the moment, I'm going to skip it. Advanced energy. I don't have this even started yet. Producing energy, same thing. Diving in, I have started this. I can continue to upgrade my my suit. But I think I'm alright at the moment. This. Here we go. We've got a scanner. Oh, that'd be good. And I've got this. A bucket. Yes, I got a treasure chest for that. Why didn't I open this a while ago? Maybe I'll get something good. Let's open it. Nope, that's not it. Open, we get a rat upgrade for health, a diamond hammer, and $10. Yeah, those are really good. The treasure chests are definitely worthwhile. I was considering making a mob farm. I was thinking about it. I don't know if I should or not, but I was considering it. Let's see. How are we doing for storage? Oh, we got one more space on there. Perfect. Rat upgrades are now full. And let's continue on with the quest book. We've got, see this, I think here, the tools of the trade, this is going to be a really good one to go with because it gives you like different temperature regulators. It gives you ways of cutting wood quick and easy, ways of storing fluids, mining things easily, getting your way to a magnet, hypo infuser. That's like auto potions. And then alchemical quiver. Interesting. Is that like potion arrows of a sort? Maybe. Maybe. Expanding your hub, which we have been, and I'm not too bothered with that one at the moment. This one, though, really, really calls to me as traversing the deep, and that is to try and get my own mini submarine. And I think that's what I'm going to have to do, because otherwise I'm very severely limiting myself. I can't explore too far out. Well, I mean, I can, but it's a very slow process if I don't have this. And you know what? I think it's well overdue. So this is what we're going to start heading towards. If you haven't had an opportunity to explore the ocean depths, this will be your chance. Build the Seamoth Submarine. If you haven't played Subnautica, you should. That's what it's taken from. It's a really cool game. A small one-passenger sea vessel that allows you to travel and breathe underwater for long distances. Yep. Sure does. Every time you get back in it, your breath is replenished. And I think your temperature is as well. I could be wrong on that. But I need to make 2 hang gliders. Interesting. Alright, well, let's take a look. What do we need? Just a bunch of aluminum plate and melted solder. Hey, that shouldn't be too bad. I think I might even have some... Or was it aluminium plate? Oh, it's either. Okay, I didn't know. Sometimes, you know, weird things. So which one is it? This is tin. That is... Oops, I didn't see it. Silver. Which one's aluminium or aluminum? This one. Okay. And I need... Was it 5? No, there's more than 5. There's 4, 5, 6, 7 times... And that gives me 2. Okay. That's actually really, really simple. And I just need a bucket from in here. How much does it need for that? A quarter of a bucket. Okay, that's not bad at all. In fact, I might do this. Take a pipette with water. And then I'll go in here, clear that out. And then I'll just take a pipette, which actually holds a bucket's worth. I didn't even realize that. Out of this one. And then I can put it in the proper one, which is... Is it the same one? No, it's the Engineer's Workshop, which is over here. So I can just click on that. Put this in place. A bunch of plates. Oh, and I bet I need a different kind of item here. Recipe. Yeah, I'm going to need the cutters and the solder. There we go. 2 hang gliders. Done. And then I can take this and put it back in here. There we go. Perfect. And I completed the quest. Now I'll just put the pipette back in there for now, which is pretty darn useful. So this is a good start. $10. And we get 2 hang gliders, which I'm guessing is going to be part of the construction for the Seamoth. Protection. Though the Seamoth can outrun most underwater creatures, it is too lightweight to provide much protection against most attacks. Sharks and other creatures will attack you as normal while you are in your vehicle. Try to avoid destroying it. 9 steel, 16 invar. Alright, that shouldn't be too bad. I think I've already got those because I've been making a bunch of plates. 9 steel here. And 16 invar. So it's iron, nickel, invar. So let's just take that and put half of them away. And then that should complete that. I'm going to keep all this stuff in my inventory because I have a feeling I'm about to craft it all. Put this in here. There we go. Now, next step. Well, first, grab tempered glass, which I probably will need more of that, but I have more of it. Steering your ship. To enter your Seamoth, simply right-click on it. To exit, sneak. It travels much quicker than you can by swimming. Alright, I need to make a machine controller. Alright. Oh, that requires modularium. I have a feeling I'm going to need a lot of that stuff. That was blocks of Constantan with the stabilized redstone, wasn't it? And that gets me 9. So I'm going to need 2 craftings of those. Okay, alright. I'll be back once I've crafted up a bit of modularium.